Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to be learning all about observing children, a tool for assessment. Observation provides vital information about each child's needs, interests, abilities, behaviors, and learning styles. Most of what is known about child growth and development is a result of some form of observation. Assessments are the process of observing, recording, and documenting children's growth and behavior. They should be appropriate for each child's age and developmental level and should address the developmental areas. So join me, Miss Trott, as we learn all about observing children, a tool for assessment. Information and data from assessment informs teachers about children's developmental status. During assessment, teachers gain insights into child's learning styles and needs. What are their strengths and weaknesses? What does the group know? Why are they able to do what they do? What are their interests and dispositions? What are the needs and how should they be grouped for instruction? Teachers who have good assessment skills will make better decisions and plan an intentional curriculum. The assessment method chosen depends on the type of behaviors you want to assess and the amount of detail needed. No single assessment will provide an exact assessment of a child's ability or performance, which is why it is important to use many assessment methods. Assessment through observation can identify individual student problems, classroom problems, identifying children with a possibility of special needs, finding out where the children are developmentally, and evaluating your program. The information gained through ongoing assessments should be used to guide your classroom practices and share with families on a regular basis. Observation is the intentional act of carefully watching a child's behavior in a particular setting. Two different methods are used for observation, formal and informal. Formal methods include standardized tests and research instruments. Informal methods include observing children, collecting samples of student work, interviewing parents, and talking with the children. Informal methods are easier and more appropriate to use for program planning, and preschool teachers typically use these methods to collect data. Several types of assessment tools are used in early childhood programs. These include anecdotal records, checklists, participation charts, rating scales, documenting children's work, portfolios, and interviews with family. The simplest form of direct observation is a brief factual narrative of a specific incident called an anecdotal record. It's important that anecdotal records be objective, stating actions, not generalizing feelings or motives of why something happened. After the data is collected, it then needs to be interpreted. The observation itself serves no purpose without interpretation of behavior to give meaning to the data. Another form of assessment is a checklist that is designed to record the presence or absence of specific traits or behaviors. A participation chart can be developed to gain information on specific aspects of children's behavior, like help determine children's activity preference during a self-selected playtime. Rating scales are used to record the degree to which the quality or trait is present. Documentation is collecting samples of children's work systematically over time can show tangible evidence of progress regarding the child's developmental status and growth. Documentation can also be collected through the assist of technology like photographs, audio, and video recordings. Portfolios are a collection of materials that document a child's abilities, accomplishment, and progress over time. It can include any of the types of assessment and much, much more. During your study of young children, you will observe them in many situations, and certain guidelines must be followed. When you gather data about children, you must use special care. Professionalism is key. Treat your observations just as you would a job interview. Dress appropriately, wear your ID, and be punctual. The information you collect must be kept confidential. To protect confidentiality, I suggest only using first names of students or creating a phone name for them in class discussions and assignments. Personal belongings, including cell phones, should not be brought into the classroom, as they may create unnecessary distractions as well as a potential hazard. During your observation time, avoid talking to the children or the staff. You cannot observe when you are in conversation. However, it is likely that your presence will spark curiosity of some children and they might ask what you are doing. Answer in a matter-of-fact manner and say something like, "I'm writing notes on how children play." Now let's review what we learned. Assessment is primarily used in planning developmentally appropriate curriculum to advance children's development and learning. Most assessment methods involve observing children. There are several types of assessment tools that are used in the early childhood programs. Materials that have been collected during the assessment process should be collected in a portfolio for each child. By observing children and recording their behaviors, you are becoming a better early childhood professional. You must follow the guidelines for observing children, with the most important one being information you collect on children must be kept confidential. That wraps us up for this episode. You can learn more about this topic by reviewing the resources posted in your course. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me or your instructor. Thanks for joining me, Miss Trott, as we learned all about observing children, a tool for assessment. See you next time.